Dress. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shan. I'm so glad to see you guys. I miss you guys so much. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about traveling with babies, toddlers, some tips, okay? Someone had mentioned it to me a while back to actually talk about this, and then another friend of mine actually brought it up. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do this video, okay? So here we go. So I recently went on a trip to Florida for my nephew and my daughter's birthday. It was like a joint venture. I'm super tired. I made sure like I put a day in there like at the end so that I can get a break before I go back to work, but that did not work. So here I am. I'm actually just finished my day, and I just wanted to make this video because I needed to get it out to you guys because summer is soon wrapping up. I know we're all taking trips with our kids. I took a few trips this year, but I have another one coming up. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know these tips that really helped me and really saved my life as I traveled with 2 kids. Also, I'm gonna talk about how my first time traveling alone with my 2 kids and the experience I had, that was something. So here we go. Let's jump right into the video. So if you're a mom who tends to travel with both of your kids, both domestic and international, here are some few tips that's gonna help you. The first tip I'm gonna give you guys is get global entry. You will thank me later. Global entry is $100, right, per person. It saves you time, saves you energy, especially if you're going through immigration when you're coming back into the States. I remember getting on the line with 2 kids, tired, hungry. My husband, we're trying to get through this line. You're trying to make sure your documents are ready, filled out, especially now with COVID. You literally traveling with a binder full of stuff with your COVID results, all of that, even if you're vaccinated. So global entry will save you time on that. You don't need to go through the whole rigmarole of immigration when you're coming back to the United States. You go straight through global entry and you're good to go, right? And the good thing about global entry is if you and your spouse both have global entry, you don't need to have global entry for your kids because you're traveling underneath you. So invest in that global entry. I know for a limited time they're doing interviews online, so you don't need to even take that trip to the airport to do your interview. You just do it online, fill out your forms. $100, best $100 you will spend ever. Okay, yeah, so that was my first one. All right, so now when traveling abroad with your kids, I will suggest to take evening flights. Okay, I say evening flights because I'm telling you, I've experienced both. Early morning flights, your kids are a little bit more cranky because they're waking up out of bed. They want food, especially me with a baby. They don't really take well. Their sleeping pattern gets thrown off, especially when you arrive to your destination. You'll find that we're all sluggish, all, have jet lag. You're a little cranky. So morning flights are a little bit more difficult. When I took an evening flight to come back to Atlanta, it was great. Grayson and Nia both slept the whole flight. They were cool and calm as a cucumber, and because it was an evening flight, it was closer to their bedtime, so they were able to sleep on the flight to coming home and, have a relaxing journey. And it was better for me because you don't want to be one of those people with kids screaming and hollering on the flight. Okay, let me tell you guys that. Okay, also on board, make sure that you have your Netflix videos downloaded for your kids. Those are super important because you don't want them there sitting trying to figure out what to do if they're awake. And let me just show you guys some stuff. So Nia has an iPad, right? But what I also have for her when we travel is this Kindle Fire for Kids. The Kindle Fire for Kids comes with this case, right? It is super cool. Let me get out of here because Nia was using it. It's super cool because you could download a lot of different shows from a lot of different networks. You could put Netflix on here. It is also especially for kids, meaning you can put exactly what you want them to watch on in here. I download stuff for Nia all the time. There's different categories of videos and shows that they can watch on here, which is great. I use this for her on flights. You can pay less than $100. This is actually the biggest one. They have different sizes. It charges super fast and keeps battery for a long period of time. Actually better than the iPad in my opinion. And I like that it's customizable, unlike the iPad. So this is Nia's travel buddy right here. It helps so much. They have smaller ones, which I'm going to invest in for Grayson, but I'm trying not to get him too attached to the screen. So we'll see. But we had got this around closer to Christmas, in between Christmas and Thanksgiving there, where they usually have the sales, and paid $100 for the huge one. Less than that, I think it was $80. But now if you want, you can actually get the 7-inch for like $80 on Amazon. So invest in this. Along with that, Nia's aunt bought her these headphones. Super cute. They're Bluetooth headphones. Let me turn them on for you guys. Hold on, here we go. Hold on. Oh, are they? Super cute. Kitty Bluetooth headphones. You connect them so easily to the Kindle Fire or iPad, whichever you have, and they use it all through the flight. Keeps charged very well, charges pretty fast, and it comes with a cord. So you know, when you have in-flight entertainment on the screen, they might be more interested in that than the iPad. You could connect the cord to here, connect it to the screen, and you're good to go. So they have both options, which is really great. So yeah, invest. Both products altogether cost you less than $150. If you get the smaller pad, it's less than $100. I'm telling you, get into it, okay? Also, so now I'm gonna get into the after flight. If you're traveling domestically to anywhere with kids, I will always suggest look for anywhere that has a suite. Not a suite as far as size, suite as far as if it has a kitchen, living room, all of that. I say that, you don't think of it as being very important, but it actually is. When I went to Florida the other day, we stayed at the Grove Resort in Florida. It's close to all the Disney parks. They also have a shuttle that goes to all the local parks if you're there for that type of trip. And it had a beautiful suite style arrangement. We had a 3-bedroom suite. Everyone had their own space. The living room also had a pull-out sofa, which we didn't really need to use. It had a dining room. It had a kitchen, which came with all the pots, the pans. It had dishwashing liquid, soap for the dishwasher itself, if you wanted to use that. Awesome thing. If you're someone like me who has a baby bottle and you need to wash, sanitize, all that things, having a suite style is great. Also, my daughter and my nephew are super picky with their food, so I was able to bring a couple stuff. Like, my daughter loves her croissants in the morning. My nephew loves his bread. They like their oatmeal. They like their chicken noodle soup. So being able to have a suite style living, we're able to provide those things for them and make them, especially if you're in a place that it's not on demand, okay? If you're traveling internationally, suite style is a little bit harder to find because most resorts internationally are all-inclusive unless you're doing an Airbnb. If you're doing all-inclusive, I know it's a little bit more difficult to have a suite style for your kids, but you know, your girl come prepared. So I traveled to Jamaica back in May, and I was a little bit frantic because I did not know what I was gonna do as far as, you know, washing Grayson's bottles, because I remember my first time traveling with Nia, it was domestically, and I had that available. So this was a first for me, okay? So you know, your girl had to get prepared. So before I get into it, me and my best friend were brainstorming. She actually ordered me these cute bottle inserts, which helps with when you're washing a baby bottle. So they're called Playtex Baby. You literally drop these inserts in the bottle. It comes with 150 pre-sterilized inserts, right? So you take one of these, and you will just put, if you have a bottle like me, like the Dr. Brown's like these, or if you have a Playtex bottle, you can literally drop them in here, or you can invest in like maybe 2 or 3 Playtex bottles as your travel bottles, and you put them in. You measure your water out in the normal bottle, and then you just drop everything in the insert and you shake it all up, okay? It goes in there. And then when you're done, you remove it. So that way your washing is not that hard for you. It's a little bit easier. Not too much gunk. Like my son, he likes oatmeal in his formula. So having that insert makes it easier to clean when you're in a resort. Now let's get to the washing part, which is really difficult. Here we go. I have created a baby bottle wash kit for traveling, okay? I just put some stuff in here for my house, but this is basically what my kit usually looks like. I usually have a smaller bottle of dishwashing liquid, but Dollar Tree sells these nice size 8 ounces dishwashing liquid, right? This pack right here is a lifesaver. So basically, when you get to your resort and you're ready to wash your baby's bottle, you sanitize the area. Target or Walmart sells those little bottle of Lysols that you can use to spray and wipe, or you can get your Lysol wipes, right? I got these from Dollar Tree, or again, Target, Walmart, Amazon, but I got these from Dollar Tree. I sanitize the area in the bathroom, the sink, get it ready, okay? Then I bought these like disposable hand cloths, I guess dishwashing cloths from Dollar Tree. They come in like a set of 4. They're blue. After I sanitize everything, I lay that on the hard surfaces, including on the sides of the sink. So just in case my bottle falls in the sink, it doesn't hit anything that's dirty, even though I've already sanitized. I go ahead and I lay those out. I wash my bottles. I also bring this. I don't bring a new one. I bring the one that I'm already using in my house, and I just replace the other one. So when I'm leaving, I just toss this out, right? But I wash my bottles, sanitize up with really, really hot water. If you're in a resort that does room service, order you some boiling water to the room, okay? Or get some bottled waters. You can use that to wash, or you can use the sink water to get in there, get into those crevices and wash your bottles, okay? And then leave them and then once you've washed them, put them in your room on that nice flat surface with your disposable cloth so they can air out and dry. I usually bring an extra one so I can cover it, so you know there's no germs or particles getting directly on there. So yeah, so that's my strategy when I'm traveling with my baby and I need to wash his bottles, okay? So the disposable drop-ins and my little kit really do help when I am on the go, okay? And let me just tell you, everything in this bag costs less than $5. It won't cost you anything. And then again, if you go ahead when you're done and dispose of the sponge, it's, you know, no hair off your back. So yeah, so that was the big gist of it all. Amazon really sells these disposable drop-ins. You can get them from there. I've never seen them anywhere else, but you can get them from here. They also have disposable bottles. I don't really like those. I get mixed reviews on those. They're really, some of them leak. Some people love them. They're really expensive, like $20 for like one single packaging. And you're gonna need quite a few because again, they're disposable. You're gonna throw them out. So you can get those if that's what you want for easier. You use them, pop in and you throw them out. Or you can do this so that way you can preserve your baby bottles, okay? Like myself, because money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, but those are my essential travel tips for you guys. I have tons more tips if you need, but those are just the really important ones. We covered about 6 of them: global entry, entertainment, sanitizing and washing baby bottles. Oh, let me tell you guys a little extra bonus tip, okay? If you are traveling with more than one infant, some of you probably already done this already, but I will always suggest to you double up on those suitcases. When my husband, Nene, and Gray, and I travel, I always put my stuff with Nia's, and he always puts his stuff with Grayson, so it weighs out in balance. You don't need to do an individual suitcase for each child. You're just putting a heart attack on yourself. You don't need to do that. Double up, because you'll be surprised at how much space you have, and it just makes traveling and getting, like, if you like myself who parks at the airport, you know, getting the suitcase to the check-in counter and all that, it makes it so much easier. I will say, have yourself a little hand luggage, just in the event that, God forbid, something gets lost, because I've seen it happen. Knock on wood, it has not happened to me, but have yourself a little travel hand luggage with a couple stuff for everyone, just in the event that something does get lost, including your baby formula. Oh, let me tell you guys, I know I'm having a few bonuses because I'm like thinking of stuff as I go, but on my trip back from Florida, they had to call the bomb squad to test Grayson's formula. So I had the whole big container of formula, and they wanted to go through it. That's the first time that has ever happened to me. I've traveled with Nia before, and they never had to go through the formula. I'm assuming it's because of the container, okay? If you can, either buy it at the location you're going, just bring a Ziploc bag full of formula, or you could do the little separation canister, which is what I do for on-flight feeding. But yeah, to avoid that time, transfer it to a Ziploc bag, because it was, and just include the school, because it'll save you time. I was like, I can't believe this. But then I was thinking, I'm like, why would they even stop me for this? This is crazy. I never had this happen to Nia before. But then I remember that I always transferred the formula to a Ziploc bag. So, and I would check portion of it, and then I'll keep a portion with me to go on the flight in the event something does happen. So yeah, okay. So those are my tips. So let me just give you guys my experience for traveling with Nia and Grayson from Florida. So I was stressed out. So when we went to Florida, we went down as a family, my husband, Nini, Gray, and I, and then we met up with Lala, which is their aunt, Pascal, their other aunt, and their cousin Lucas. We met up in Florida, and it was great. We had a good time, a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes, you know, a lot of deep conversations, fun, as usual, fun trips with family. Coming back now, Harold had to come back a day early for a gig, so he flew back on his own, so I was flying back with the kids. What I did was coordinated my flight with the kids' aunt, so that we're all going to the gate together. So her flight was like 7:56, mine was like 7:10, and it ended up being delayed, matter of fact. But excuse me, yeah. So coordinated it so we can go to the and we're on the same airline, Delta, so we were close range, so they would help me if I needed help. But it was good. So I returned the rental car. Harold took the big suitcases the day before, so it wasn't that hard for me, and I just kept the hand luggage, so traveling with the kids would be a little bit easier. I still checked the hand luggage because I did not want anything weighing me down, because I'm gonna have a stroller, I'm going to have the two kids, I'm gonna have a big bag. I had a big handbag, which is, I call it my travel bag. It's a huge bag in vest, okay? It's from this place called the Pop-Up Shop. Harold got it for me. I think it was from Instagram. It's a huge bag. When I mean it fits everything, it's bigger than my Louis Vuitton bag. Like, I'm telling you, invest in it. It's literally my travel bag. Oh, wait, Harold bought it for me. Here we go. This bag fits everything. I still have airport stuff in it. But when I tell you I had the kids' iPad, my iPad, formula, snacks for Nia, snack pack for her, all of that, everything fit great in there. So I only had it on my shoulder, and I had the stroller. And if you're a mom who have a tiny baby, probably less than 8 months, I would tell you, if you're traveling, invest in one of those umbrella strollers, or if you have a Duna like me, great. I know people don't like those little umbrella strollers. Those umbrella strollers, yes, they break and whatever, but imagine going to the airport with your big old upper baby stroller or your Nunas and trying to struggle to break it down when you have more than one kid. If you're by yourself, invest in those small little umbrella strollers, because you can always throw them out if they break. They're small, they're easier to travel with, they're easier to lift, easier to break down. You know, 1 step, 2 step, you're done to go, okay? Or you can have a baby carrier. I personally don't like a baby carrier because they do pull on your back a lot. Some people don't like it, some people do. I personally, I don't, so I don't use it unless Harold's with me. But yeah, back to the story. Yeah, so have the kids, went through, they did not, asked me for the kids' passport, which was really weird, but I had the kids' tickets already. Delta already sent it to me from beginning on my phone. Checked the bags, went through TSA. TSA pat me down. They were really nice because they saw I was me and I had 2 kids. I didn't have to take off too many clothes. Nia didn't have to take off her shoes. I went through with Grayson. They helped me break his stroller down and we were good to go. Of course, I mentioned earlier they had to call the bomb squad or whoever to search his formula. That took some time, but good thing I got to the airport early enough so I was able to go through that and not have an issue. Now, when I got to the gate, one thing I would say, if you don't already, if you are a frequent flyer or are going for a lot of family vacations, invest in one of those airline cards. I have an Amex for Delta, which gives me priority boarding, which helps a lot. So when I got to the gate, I was able to, for some reason, usually when you go to an airport, they always say kids board first and stuff. Not all the time. In Orlando, they did not, and I was very surprised, but luckily for me, I have priority boarding through my card, so I was able to board first with the kids, which was great, because then I was able to put them down. I broke Grayson's stroller down, because as you know, the Duna, you push it down, it breaks down, then I take him out, and I leave it there, and we're good to go at the gate. Got on the flight. I put Nia in the middle. I was at the window. I made sure she had went to the bathroom prior. If your kid is small enough, put that pull-up on. I don't care. If you're a mom flying by yourself, it's hard going in that bathroom by yourself. Put that pull-up on, okay? Kids' diapers was already changed. They had their snacks. Nia, I set her up with her pad and her headphones. She was good to go. She was doing that, eating her gluten-free Rice Krispie bar from Starbucks. And of course, she had to drink my drink. After a while, she fell asleep. Grayson ate right before he got on the flight. He fell asleep. They were both knocked out, and that's what I said. Evening flights are better because it was closer to their bedtime. So yeah, but all in all, it was good. I deboarded the plane. Actually waited last. I got off the plane last because I didn't want to have to rush and struggle. I just let everyone go on, and then I got off. My stroller was there. Got Grayson in there. Was good to go. Went and got the bags. And Harold, of course, parked the car and met me inside and was able to help me with the bags. Okay, so that part was the biggest struggle, but we got through. And in a short time. Okay, so yeah, those are my big travel tips for you guys. For you, if you're a mom traveling alone with kids, remember, can't be surprised. You gotta pre-plan this all the way. Make sure you have your extra clothes, your extra pull-ups, your panties, your snacks, everything. Do it to it. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Those are my travel tips for you mom and dads out there who are traveling kids and just needs a couple life hacks how to get through seamlessly without any issues. If I could do it, you could do it. I was so surprised that the whole traveling with 2 kids was not that bad. I was so stressed out, you don't even know. But it worked out. So yeah, I might have been lucky, but I'm just glad it worked out. But thank you guys for watching. Okay, see you guys on the next episode of Mommy Mantra. Peace.